Join me today as the magic takes flight. I'm bringing to life that unforgettable moment in the poem when Santa calls his reindeer by name. It'll be a scene filled with Christmas wonder. Hey everyone, Joe here. Thanks so much for stopping by today and my continuation of my Christmas 2025 series, Twas the Night Before Christmas. And I'm moving on in the poem, and today is the part of the poem when Santa is calling out the reindeer, now Dasher, now Dancer, now Comet, now Vixen, that part of the poem. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating a reindeer tree, which you may have seen me do something like this in the past. And I'm also going to create a vignette around that reindeer tree. But today is just the tree. And then tomorrow you'll see the vignette that I'm going to create around the bottom of it. I've been getting so many YouTube suggestions on people are stressing over trying to create a Ralph Lauren Christmas this year. And I know it's the trending thing, but it's Ralph Lauren Christmas has been around for a long time, and it's anything that's homey and cozy. So I know obviously some people are trying to get you to go out and buy things so that you can create your Ralph Lauren Christmas yourself, but you probably have the parts to it already that you don't need to go crazy. Everything is crazy expensive, and if you change your decor every year, God bless you, because I don't know how you do it. The way I do it, especially for those of you that have been following me, you know that I just reimagine a lot of the stuff that I have. I don't use all the stuff I have every year because we have a lot of stuff. So in that respect, I'm lucky that I can pick and choose, what I'm going to put together and how I'm going to create something that may have been in different places, and all the parts together in a different place look completely different. So when I think of a theme, like when I thought this year I wanted to do Twas the Night Before Christmas, nothing earth-shattering. It's probably been done about 1.5 million times. But I didn't look at anybody's Twas the Night Before Christmas because I didn't want to be influenced by it. I like to create something on my own brain, and then then if it happens to reflect something else that's out there, well, that's just the way it is. But it's not something that I would ever copy. Number one. Number two is I think about what I have. Like I'll think, okay, Twas the Night Before Christmas. How am I going to do that? We have reindeer. We have houses for the housetops. We have stockings. We have sugar plums. I go through all of that. I write that all down in July, and then I figure out, okay, I think I can do it with spending a minimum amount. Like this time, I needed to create the books, but even that I did on my own. I didn't go out and buy anything. I mean, I bought little things here and there, and I'm talking about little things. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is don't get stressed out. This is supposed to be a great time, and you're supposed to have fun doing it. Like if you caught my dining room where is the beginning of the poem, "Twas the Night Before Christmas," went all through the house, and I chose to do everything in their vintage, and I had a lot of fun doing it because it made me think about stuff think about things that I hadn't thought about, or reminisce about certain things. And I didn't buy one thing in there. I had everything in there is everything I had. So anyway, today we're going to be starting this tree for this part of the poem. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Comet, now Vixen, that part of the poem. And I hope you'll enjoy it, and let me know what you think. As always, please subscribe if you just stumbled on me. Put your notification bell on because I put a lot of Christmas things up. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps. Drop me a comment, and let's get going. Okay, we're going to start out with this 7-foot slimline tree that we got in Walmart a couple of years ago. Actually, we got 2 of them. And just let me tell you, it is a pain to decorate because nothing wants to stay on it. The branches are these fat little bristles that can't hold weight, and it's just a pain. but I wire light things to it. So if you get one of these, just be aware that you're not going to be able to decorate it as you would normally want to decorate a tree. It's just a little bit of frustrating and a little bit of yelling involved when doing it. Okay, so I decided I want to put this tree up on top of this dresser, and I know Marianne thought I was crazy, and I am crazy, but it did fit up there. All right, so the first thing I had to do is I wired this ribbon. I used this check ribbon right here, and you'll see why tomorrow when I finish the vignette, why I chose that black and white check for it. And I paired it with that that cream color ribbon with the red edging because I thought it looked vintage. It gave me that feeling, that old-fashioned feeling. And everything I'm doing, I'm trying to make that old-fashioned kind of a feeling because that poem gives me an old-fashioned kind of a feeling. So anyway, I did, I just looped the top and then I looped and wired, looped and wired, and looped and wired. And I did that around the tree. And I just did it, in a vertical fashion because I knew you really weren't going to see that much, but that's how I did it. And that's what it looks like. Next, I got out my bin of reindeer here and I'm looking for the faces. And I bought these wooden faces in Dollar Tree a few years back and I hand painted them. And it was a fun little project and I love using them. I know Rudolph isn't in the poem, but I painted him so he's going up there too. The only difference with him, I gave him blue eyes and a red nose, and the rest of them don't have that. They have dark eyes and the dark nose. So anyway, I'm going to wire them to the tree. Sometimes I use both antlers. There's little holes at the top for the wire to go through, and sometimes I only use one so that they hang kind of crooked. Okay, next up are these stuffed reindeer. Okay, I know, here comes another story. But anyway, these are, we got these in school. And what would happen is around Christmas time, the Honor Society would sell candy canes with the reindeer wrapped around these really large candy canes. And they were like status symbols, the kids that got, a lot of candy canes and, kind of like, I think they did it in Mean Girls, but it was kind of like that. But anyway, a lot of kids would send Marianne and I these, candy canes with the reindeer, and we made a collection of them. And then, of course, we donated money to the Honor Society ourselves, and we got a bunch of these reindeer. So we have a lot of these reindeer. They're really, really cute. They have Velcro on them. Now, you can probably still find these on Oriental Trading. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but they sell a lot of bulk things. Like my elves are also from Oriental Trading. So anyway, I'm going to incorporate these into the tree as well. Take a look at the detail on these. I got these from the Dollar Zone. Unbelievable, but they're really, really nice. I needed something to give dimension to the tree, so I decided that I was going to use some of these branches. And I picked branches that weren't really totally white, but had a little bit of it was brushed off a little bit, so it gave it more of a rustic kind of a feeling. And I thought, okay, I'm going to stick some of those into the tree, and then I will hang some icicles off of them to give it that frosty feel. The tree was crying for color. So I thought I would add some of the poinsettias that I have going on over the door. That's where I am. I'm in the foyer, so I don't know if you caught that video, but I have the poinsettias going on over there. Then I also have these sparkly green picks that I'm going to use in the tree. It'll give some life to the tree as well as coordinate with what's going to be going on the railing. Next in, I'm going to add these curly picks in, and these really give a feeling of whimsy to whenever I use them. I usually use them in the Wizard of Oz tree, but they give a feeling of whimsy because of that curly, crazy look for them, and I just stuck them right in there. And here we go. Let me know what you think about it. Thanks for stopping by. Come back tomorrow so you can see how I finish this off. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.